Page 23, Row, Row, Row Your Boat. A very famous melody. I sing this as a kid. They're introducing a new term now, retardando. It's another Italian word, and it means to gradually slow down. A lot of times you won't see the whole word. You'll just see RIT, period, the abbreviation for it. It doesn't tell you how much to slow down. That's interpretation. Look at the end of this. The last two measures, you see the RIT. So if I'm playing this, just pick notes, any notes, at speed. When I want to gradually slow down, I just do that. Each note gets a little longer. That's slowing down. I think of a train coming into a station going to stop, except in music we don't stop until the end. So you just gradually slow down. Now, one thing I might mention on the slow down is you'll notice in the next to the last measure, those are quarter notes. So those you can hear the slow down on those. You're slowing those down, but when you hit the C, the last note, you're just hanging on to that. So at that point, you just maintain whatever speed you were at on the G, here, there. Just keep that, don't continue to slow down. Just keep that speed, wherever it is. So that last note is going to sound like it lasts longer than 3 counts because you're counting slower. I'll do that later on when I get into the interpretation part of it. So I'll talk about that later. Let's look this over. It's 1 page long, or 4 line, whatever. The clef signs are treble and bass clef. The time signatures 3/4 time. The hands are playing at the same time most of the time, so I'm going to talk about this one hand at a time first to make sure I know what each hand is doing, and then I'll try to put the hands together. The right hand starts thumb here, and that puts the hand here. I don't think the right hand is moving around, so you don't need any of the finger numbers in the right hand. It's just here. 1, 2, 3. Remember the dotted half note is the same as 3 quarter notes. So it gets 3 counts here. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1. Get it? Second line in the last 2 measures, the G, that's tied. See the curved line? So you're going to hold that down for 6 counts. Won't that be fun? Okay. And then in measure 9, the left hand plays the first measure, the C's, and the right hand then comes in at measure 10. And then measure 13. 1, 2, 3, 2. 1, 2, 3. The slow down thing I do later. That's the right hand. Then the left hand, we have an E and a G to begin with. So you play that. And those are tied all the way to the end of the line. So you're just going to hold on to them forever until the end of the line, whichever. And then measure 5, it's a C and an E. So you're going from here to here. And that's tied all the way to the end of the line. Is this fun or what? Now, in measure 9, the left hand's going to play the C's up here. Use any finger you want. I don't care. I don't recommend thumb because the thumb is the short finger. You have to reach farther. 2 or 3, either one. I don't care. So you got to go from here, measure 8, to measure 9 here. Just lift up and move. It's not a quick jerky motion or not. Just lift up and move. You're just cutting that note a little bit short to get up. It's like taking a breath. And then you don't play again until measure 13. So you got plenty of time to get back down here. Measure 13 is an F and a G. And that's tied for 2 measures. And then an E and a G. Rest, rest. And during the rest, you come over to do the C again. So the left hand's moving around. You're going to have to look down at the keyboard for that. Otherwise, you shouldn't have to. Fortunately, the right hand's not moving, so you can focus more on the left hand. Now let's put the hands together and see what we get. Now, when I first do this, depends on the music. I might hesitate all over. In some cases, it's almost like starting over. I think, what? Have I played this yet? Work on it slowly and carefully. Just to hear, you got these notes and this to go. And the left hands you're going to hold down. 1, 2, 3, 2, 3, 2. And then these notes. You get it? Okay, and then the third line, you're here. So that's sort of how the hands are working. I went a little fast. You take it at your speed. Then go back over it slowly and carefully and get rid of the hesitation so it's a steady beat. Once you can do that, then we think about the articulation. Here they don't give us anything. Nothing. No articulation marked at all. So it's entirely up to you. Now, when you first learn it, I recommend you connect the notes. And if you're not sure what to do with it afterward, just keep connecting the notes. So we could just play this connected. However, if you can figure out where the phrases are, you can lift up between the phrases. As it works out, it's 2 lines. The first 2 lines is a musical thought or musical sentence. So you connect it all. The second 2 lines is another one. So you lift up at the end of line 2, the second line, like taking a breath, which comes in handy because you got to move the left hand. So it works out. As far as the dynamic goes, the only one they give you is F. Whatever. Just play it. The problem we have here is I'd like you to bring out the melody. And this is hard to do at first. But I'm asking you to start working on it now because it may take a while. So if you'll just keep working at it now, it will eventually come. If we wait until later, and they'll probably talk about it eventually, the music is a lot more difficult then. You got a lot of stuff to think about. So right now, while the music is still fairly simple, well, simple to me, then let's start focusing on this also. Bringing out the melody. Remember, the melody is the what we're here for. We want to hear the melody. That's what it's all about. So we play the melody louder than the other stuff, just a little bit. Here, the melody, for the most part, is in the right hand. The left hand gets it a little bit, but most of the time it's the right hand. The right hand is just a little heavier than the left. So this, however heavy you are, make this light at the same time. Because you're feeling a little off here. You're out of balance or something because one is heavy, one's light. That comes. This is the thing that we're trying to get used to. This doing different things in the hands. And exaggerate it if you have to at first. Play the right hand really loud, really heavy, and the left hand really light. So you don't have to worry about it because once you play it, you're done. I mean, you hold it down. Second line here. And then the third line, now it's all melody. So now the left hand has to play the same as what the right was doing. And then in the last line, the left hand's light again. Yeah. Remember the natural accents? 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Feel those. You'll feel them more in the third line. 1, 2, we want to feel these. I'm exaggerating them so you can hear them better, but just feel them as you go through. And the speed is moderately. We have to be careful on this because it's misleading. It depends on the music. It's not the same for every piece. The speed can refer to the beat. So moderate beat, 1, 2, 3. Not fast or slow, just a nice gentle beat. 1, 2, 3. That's fine. I consider it like walking. You're walking down somewhere and you're headed someplace. You know where you're going. You're not in a hurry to get there, but you're headed there. 1, 2, 3, whatever that is. To me, that's moderato. However, in other pieces, it's not the beat we're concerned about. It's the natural accents or the feel of the piece. So I'm not going to go natural accents 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, because this only gets a natural accent on the first beat of the measure. That's too fast. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. No. So that doesn't work. The speed of the beat, however, 1, 2, 3, might be a little slow. Here. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. 1. To me, that's slow because we got too many half notes and dotted half notes, and that just, ugh. So I'm going to speed that up a little bit. They're going to want to, I want to go more like this. That's 1, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, because that's quick. The problem is when I get to the third line with all the quarter notes, that's going to want to slow it down a little bit. I don't want to go that fast. that's fine. I wouldn't go much faster than that. So then I got to adjust the speed at the beginning to fit that. So it's 1, 2, 3, 1. Because it all needs to be at one speed. So you have to figure out in the piece between the longer held notes and the shorter notes, what is a good speed that fits both. You just experiment and try out different speeds. What do you feel? 1, 2, 3, 1, what? 2, 3, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, tie, 2, 3. Something like that. I slow down at the end because of the retardando. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, whatever. Now, one little bit about interpreting music also, not that you haven't had enough already. In the last two measures, the song actually ends with the word dream. That's it. That's it. We're done. Song's over. This little bit here, it's just an afterthought. It's not really part of the melody. And because of that, it needs to sound like it's not part of the melody. So that's soft. So it's clear to the listener that this other part isn't melody. So in that case, the last line is exaggerated so you can hear it better. But that's sort of the idea in interpreting music. You have to figure out what's melody and make it clear and really feel the melody. Let's play this together very slowly and check the notes and the rhythms. I'm not going to slow down at the end because the metronome won't slow down. I can't do that. I'll give us 3 counts. Make sure you have the right notes and rhythms is all this is for. 1, ready, go. 2, 3. 2, 3. 1, 2. 1, 2, 3. 2, 2. 1, 2, 3. Tie. 2, 3. 2, 2. 2, 3, off.